everybody. So let me find this on my thing. As you guys are joining me, takes a couple minutes for everybody to pop in and join. I don't know why I did that. I just rinsed this thing. Anyway, okay. All right, so as you guys are joining, just pop in, say hey, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know all the good stuff. So let's see, I'm gonna pop this open, see if I can see the discussion. Click on the discussion, and there it is. Okay, so as you guys are joining me, I'm gonna make one adjustment to the frame. Go ahead and pop on, say hello, tell me where you're watching from. If you're familiar with Pampered Chef, maybe share your favorite item. Like I said, I'm just gonna adjust the frame a little bit. There we go. I'm seeing some comments come in. Let's see if they'll show up on my iPad. Sometimes yesterday I have a hard time. All right, watching from 2 streets over, Chrissy. Yes, you know you're welcome to come over here and join with me. You can have some food at the end. Let's see. What else? All right, thank you for starting Gulf Coast Foster Bridge. So I'm going to tell my story about this in just a few minutes here. You guys will probably find this kind of interesting. I don't know how many people I've told about this. So, so kind of while we're waiting, I'll tell this. So when I was in Germany, and I was kind of praying to find out, to kind of ask guidance for we're getting ready to move, and what am I going to do? The last couple bases that we'd been at, the last couple stations, we really worked heavily in the church, and we kind of helped a church kind of go from the launch to getting off the ground. And then the other one, we started like at the launch. We were past the inception, but at the launch part. So just knowing that we like to be involved, and just kind of asking what was going to be next. So what happened was I kind of got this clear vision of my sister's a foster parent, and she actually adopted one of her foster kids. She had 2 kids and ended up adopting the second one. But one of the things I discovered through that process was that foster parents need a lot of support. And I've experienced a lot of foster care, interacted with a lot of people who did foster care throughout my years in Pampered Chef and in the military, and I just always saw this great need because they would get a kid last minute and all these things. And so and maybe they didn't have baby clothes. I remember when Angie got Lucia, she was 6 months old and she didn't have anything, just the clothes that she had on. And so so she had to go out and get stuff. So I thought, what if there was this great program where you had like a box, you get a phone call, I've got a 6-month-old female infant size, whatever, and you just put that box together and go take it to the family. And then also do support like meals and things like that. Well, then I meet Chrissy, and she's telling me about this thing, and as she's describing it, it is exactly what I had, like this vision I had, what I had envisioned in my head, and I knew that I needed to do something to support it. And so I've been a little slow to do it, but this is, I really felt convicted this week to go ahead and turn this show that I was going to do into a fundraiser. So I have some other ideas, some other things that I'm going to be doing, and so hopefully I can kind of have the fundraiser thing kind of be an ongoing thing to support this. I think it's a great program. So anyway, so that being said, that's how we ended up here. So my name is Jennifer, and I have been with Pampered Chef for 21 years. I got started back in 1998 when I was 10. So, as you can tell, I was 10. But anyway, I wanted everything in the catalog, and I wanted everything in the catalog, and I felt guilty kind of buying it because I wasn't working. I was staying home with my kids. I had 2 18-month-old twins, and then I had a 4-year-old, and my husband was gone all the time, and so I just kind of felt guilty buying stuff, but which is crazy because whatever I bought and used helped everybody. It wasn't just me. But anyway, so fast forward 20 years, and I'll tell you guys at the end, why I stick around, why I still love Pampered Chef, and can't imagine doing anything else. So, but anyway, so that's just a little bit about me. Those of you that know me, I know there's several people who are watching the video that know me. Yes, I did get my hair cut today, and she dried it straight, so that's why it looks a little different. So if you're like, I think I know her, but I'm not really sure, maybe I saw her at church, I don't know. That's why. So, all right. So normally when you host a Pampered Chef party, there's host benefits. And what we're going to do instead of that, of having like a regular show, is we're going to take the commission off of, my commission off of the products that are sold, and I'll just write a check. Actually, I'll go put money into the GoFundMe page for donation. So that's how this is going to work. So every single purchase from this party is going to give 20% at least to the Gulf Coast Foster Bridge program and their expansion program. They have a goal of $20,000 to raise, and so inch by inch it's a cinch. So we're gonna start this and see what we can do, maybe have a monthly thing till they can reach their goals. So anyway, so that's a little bit about that. So if you guys have any questions, here's how this works. Comment your questions. If I ask you a question, comment. I know there's a delay, so just comment and I might have to circle back to the question that I asked you. Totally okay. I am watching the live stream right down here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right next to this stack of products right here. But I am watching the live stream. I can see your comments as they're coming in. So start off by commenting, saying hello, maybe letting me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how familiar are you with Pampered Chef? 1, you just heard about it today. 10, you're a pro. Maybe you used to sell Pampered Chef. You hosted a bajillion parties. Everything in your kitchen is Pampered Chef. So let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 where you are on that scale. You can just go ahead and comment that. I'm curious to know who's watching. So, but we're going to do 2 things here tonight. We're going to make a cucumber lime demo. We're going to make a cucumber lime dip. And we're gonna make a s'more cake, okay? So I'm super excited. So this is dips and desserts. And then tomorrow I'll post the recipes, so make sure you come back to the event so you can watch it. Now, if you are watching this, feel free to share the video. You can just click share and share the video onto your personal profile. You can send it to people in Messenger, but share anybody who think might enjoy learning a new recipe, or you think they might enjoy supporting the Gulf Coast Foster Bridge, go ahead and share that video now, okay? I will change the heading when we get done that has all of the links to order and everything, so that everybody will know exactly how to place their order. All right, so let's get started, okay? Like I said, don't forget to comment where you are on a scale of 1 to 10. And if you're watching the replay, comment and let me know. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as your knowledge of Pampered Chef? So let's start with this dip. So we're going to start with the onion, okay? And I love this tip I'm about to share with you guys because I just learned it a little over a year ago. I'm not going to lie. But how many of you guys cry when you are preparing onions? So if you cry, I want to see some crying emojis. It could be the single tear emoji or the like boo-hooing, bawling your eyes out emoji. But go ahead and throw me an emoji if you tend to cry when you're preparing onions, okay? And so here's what you can, and I know you've heard 1,000 different ways to not cry when you're preparing onions. Hold a matchstick in your teeth, do it under running water, wear goggles or contacts. I mean, all kinds of things. But let me tell you, the thing that causes the tearing of your eyes is the sulfur in the root. So what you want to do is avoid that. Take a little knife. This is our paring knife. It's one of our color-coded knives. So it's Japanese steel and just has a color coating on there. Super fun. Look, we have a blue one and we have this one. So, and we have a whole bunch of different ones. But these are kind of our entry-level knives. But we're going to take this and we're going to go around the root, and we're just going to cut in a little circle around the root here and pull this out. Now this is one of those Vidalia onions, so it's kind of squishy flat. So I know I needed to go wide, but there, I think I got most of it. Yeah, I think I got most of it right there. I can put it up to my eyeballs. It does not put that out so that it makes me cry, okay? So that is a little bit of a tip for y'all. A little freebie there. You can stick that one in your pocket. Just so you know, I have a bucket on the floor over here that I can throw stuff into. I don't do that typically when I'm at home, but typically when I'm at home, I don't have my whole counter, and when I'm just working on cooking, I don't typically have my whole counter covered. So thanks for sharing, good to know, awesome. Okay, so Leanna's watching. Hey Leanna from high school, that's awesome. Let's see what else. Okay, excellent, excellent. All right, so we've got this. Now we're gonna wedge it. Okay, We're just gonna put it in the wedger. Love my wedger. If you do any kind of meal prep at your house, you're gonna love our wedgers. So this cuts it into 6 wedges, just like that, super easy. Kebabs, stir fry, whatever. We're gonna use half of it. So we're gonna stick half of it over here in the manual food processor, okay? We'll save the other half for later. I can use it for something else. We don't use a lot of onions at my house because my husband is allergic, but. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys this other knife that we have. This is our forged Santoku knife, and this is a piece of our forged cutlery. So the forged cutlery is actually heated and hammered into shape. These knives are die cut. They're stamped is what that's called. So there's a big sheet of metal and they die cut them. These are forged, so they start out as a bar and they get heated and hammered into shape. These have grantings, which are little grooves on both sides, and that helps your food to easily pass through, okay? Your knife to easily pass through your food, okay? So here's a cool thing about our Santoku knives. Our Santoku knives are designed, and we've got 2 different sizes in our chef's knife. We've got this one and our chef's knife, but they're designed for you to kind of pinch up on the blade. And you've got a place for your fingers here so that when you're cutting, you can easily chop. Our forged cutlery carries a lifetime guarantee. It comes with a cover. You can get them individually or, of course, as a set. I always put the cover on backwards. So, all right, so that is that. All right, so we've got our cucumber here. A lot of people don't like cucumbers. Why? Because they, this one's a little straighter. I'm gonna do this one. They don't like them because the seeds mess up their stomach, okay? So guess what? We're gonna take these seeds out. We're just gonna use the apple wedger. Awesome for apples, by the way, but excellent for this as well. And we'll just take those seeds right there, right out. And then we've got our little sticks. So that's a great, easy way for you to, I like to cut them in half again. For you to, if you're doing a veggie tray, cut your veggies into little 1-inch pieces. And these are great for dipping. You can dip and throw it in your mouth, okay? So, or if you just need something to snack on, just a great way to help you, get those veggies. Having that stuff ready is a great way to help you with those veggies. All right, so now we're gonna use our manual food processor. So this is the apple wedger. Use it for apples, you can use it for onions as well. It'll just core the middle out. I love this thing for making the veggies, for making little sticks of whatever, and it gets used. I have one in my kitchen and one in my, that goes in my Pampered Chef stuff, and it literally gets used every day. Every day it's in the dishwasher because I eat an apple every day. All right, so now we're gonna put the lid on here and we're gonna chop this up. And the thing is about this, the manual food processor is so fast. It makes quick work out of whatever it is that you're chopping. You can make salsa, you can make egg salad, you can take frozen fruit and chop it up, make like a granita, okay? So look at that, we've got that all nice and chopped in there, okay? So now we're gonna take that, we're gonna just put it in the bowl. Now the cool thing is about this is if we wanted to, we could mix everything in here in this bowl, and it comes with a lid. You could just put the lid on there, okay, for easy storage. This is a special lid that's patented and just uses a lever action. It stores flat if you want to. And then the other thing that's cool about it is that is this right here. Because these blades are stacked up, so it's kind of, they're leveled like this, not all on the same level, so that helps to turn the food, kind of like in your old washing machines that had the tumblers in there. And then also they have curved blades, so you have a little bit more space, and the blade is stationary and not swinging. Have you guys ever seen those things where you pull it, or you twist it, or you go like this or something, and the blades are like swinging? Okay, so these are stationary, stacked, and curved. That looks like the food processor that you have, the big clunky one that you pull out from the cabinet or whatever. Okay, so this goes in the dishwasher, the bowl goes in the dishwasher, the lid, but not the pump handle. This part does not go in the dishwasher, and there's a little note to tell you that, okay? So, all right, so that's a little bit about that. So we've got our chopped veggies right here. Can you guys see that? How awesome is that? Super chopped. It's really awesome when you're making like salsa and stuff. All right, next thing we're gonna do is garlic. We need to do our garlic. So, so when you're buying garlic, how many of you guys use fresh garlic, okay? So if you're using fresh garlic, let me show you a little tip. First of all, if you have a recipe that calls for 6 cloves of garlic, you only need 1 of these. Only 1, okay? Because there's a whole bunch of different cloves on there. Can you see they're all separated and stuff? So what we're gonna do is we just need 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. I like to do 2 in this recipe, okay? So we just pull the garlic off of there, just like this. We're gonna open the press, the garlic press, drop the garlic down in there. We don't even have to peel it. We don't have to take that paper off. And then we're gonna press directly into the bowl. See that minced garlic? Can you guys see that? Awesome. And then we just take the little thingy, cleaner thing, which is right there in the, it stores right here in the handle. We got lucky there. That one came off. If you kind of put them in like this, they'll a lot of times wrap around the press and come right off. Okay, so then, there we go. Scrape that off. Never have to touch the garlic, okay? Never have to touch it. All right, now I will tell you this. If you like to leave your dishes in the sink till the morning, leave this open. Don't close it, or in the morning you'll be like, trying to get it apart. It ends up being like glue, okay? The garlic does, it's really sticky. So I'm gonna put this in my tub down here, okay? So we've got our garlic in there. We have half of an onion, half of a cucumber. Next thing we're gonna add is our lime, okay? So we've got our lime. We're just going to zest this lime. Now, why would I zest the lime? Because I want a lot of lime flavor, but I don't want all that juice. And actually, I want a little more lime flavor than the juice would give me. So that's why I'm gonna zest the whole lime. Now I'm gonna show you guys. Now you see this, how there's still a little green on the zest right there? But if I go a little bit deeper, I get a little white on the zest. And I don't really want that part because that part is bitter. When you get down into the white part, it's called the pith, P-I-T-H, and it's bitter, and it's not waxy and sweet like the zest is, the waxy part on the outside. So that's why you don't want to go too far, just a little bit. And using the microplane zester is perfect for that because it really regulates that. Okay, so we got our zest in there. Now we're going to cut this lime in half, and we're going to go ahead and squeeze the lime juice in there. Now, this recipe, the recipe that I post tomorrow, is going to call for cream cheese. I went to Walmart today and did not get cream cheese. And I'm actually kind of glad because I made this recipe yesterday and I made it with cream cheese, and it's really good with cream cheese, and it makes a really great thick dip. But I really like it when I make it with Greek yogurt, and then I will make a chicken salad with it, or put it with some chicken. You can slice some onions and put it with pita bread, okay? So we have a cup of Greek yogurt right there. Just measure that off. This is the measure-all cup, super handy, okay? Make sure I've got everything. Oh, we just need salt and pepper, okay? So I'm gonna mix this together, and so this is gonna be a little soupier than it might be if I used cream cheese. Probably a little healthier too, okay? So, but now we've got our dip here, and you could definitely use this as a dip this way with the cream cheese. You don't have to use, with the Greek yogurt, you don't have to use cream cheese. A little salt, a little pepper. I put a little more pepper than salt in there. I like the way that tastes. Give it a good little mix. And there you go, there you have it. So we're gonna store this in the cool and serve bowl right here. So these are new, these cool and serve bowls. And you'll see I've got all the cool and serve stuff right here. I'm gonna tell you about that at the end. But you freeze this part right here, which is not frozen right now, but you freeze this part right here, stick it in the bottom, you put your dip in here, and it keeps it cold, okay? So we're just gonna put the dip in here so I can show you. And then you can take it to your potluck or whatever, okay? Now this dip is probably made two cups right here. This is a whole 4 cups, this thing, okay? How cute is that? Then you can put it in here, and you can transport it to your picnic or whatever, and you don't have to worry about spoilage, okay? Or you can put it outside and it clips on there. I had it on the wrong way, sorry. And it clips on there and you don't have to worry about spoilage. So there you go. So that's a little bit about that. How fun is that? What do you need? My husband's like sneaking by over here. So, all right, so let me move some of this stuff out of the way. And then, let me put this over here. Then, actually, I'll just put it right over here. We're gonna move on and make our dessert. So how fast was that? It was like 10 minutes. And I was talking. It'll take you 5 minutes to make this dip, okay? There's lots of things you can do with it. So what did you guys think of that? Thanks for sharing, good to know. Okay, awesome. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is our cake, okay? So this cake, you are not gonna believe it. This cake takes 10 minutes to put the whole thing together, start to finish, okay? So we're gonna time it, we're gonna see. All right, so I've got my glass bowl. The glass bowls that I've been using here are the two of the smaller glass bowls from the glass bowls and mixing set. And they don't come with lids or anything, they're fantastic bowls. You can get these silicone lids that go over the top if you want to. I love the glass mixing bowls. I use them all the time. We have our classic batter bowl and our small batter bowl. We still carry those. A lot of people have those. Go ahead and let me know if you have those. If you have those bowls, a lot of people have them. So they're very popular. All right, so we need a cup and a half of the cake mix. We don't need the whole cake mix. Okay, I bought this cake mix at Walmart for $1, just a devil's food cake mix. Okay, we just need a cup and a half. So this is a 3/4 cup scoop, and I'm just gonna scoop that. We're gonna be not exact. Normally I would like measure this off and everything. All right. But usually at my shows, somebody else is making this and I'm watching them and that's what they do and it always turns out perfect. So I usually weigh this. I usually get on the scale and weigh it and you need 9 ounces. So our measuring cups stack together and they clip together and they actually have a leveler. Let's see if I can find it in this drawer. Ah, here it is right here. Actually has a leveler that clips to it so you can level off your things, okay? All right, so that we needed 3/4 of a cup right there of that. And we need cake mix, egg, and sour cream. So I have my egg right here. And here's a tip for your egg, okay? First of all, I've let this egg sit out so it comes to room temperature. When you're baking, you should definitely let your eggs, take them out of the fridge and let them come to room temperature. Have you ever tried to mix eggs and the butter, even though it was room temperature softened, it starts to kind of clump up and then your cookies are kind of weird or whatever? So bring your eggs to room temperature because they're making that butter act funny, okay, making it get hard. So we're just gonna crack it, and here's another tip for your eggs. When you're cracking them, so many people are tempted to crack like this. You actually are more likely to get eggshell in there if you crack it like that. So just crack it on a flat surface. And then I actually always crack into another bowl. I used to live in Korea and we had a lot of like not great experiences with eggs. So I always crack my eggs into another bowl and then pour it in there. Have it, okay? So welcome. So I see a couple more people have joined us. Go ahead and chime in. Let me know, say hey, say your name, and let me know where you're watching from. So let me know how familiar you are with Pampered Chef, if you're familiar. If you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1, you've never heard of Pampered Chef, 10, you absolutely love Pampered Chef. I'm curious, I love it. It's one of my favorite questions to ask. All right, so we need 8 ounces of cream cheese, or this is not cream cheese, this is sour cream. You could probably use Greek yogurt, but I've never tried it with Greek yogurt. I just do it with sour cream. So I was getting everything ready today. I was like, I wonder if that would work. But anyway, sour cream makes your cake really nice and moist. So we need 8 ounces, 1 cup. We don't eat sour cream at my house, we use Greek yogurt instead. So I just got a little 1 cup thing. Again, you could measure it in your little 1 cup, measure all cups. This is a little plunger cup. These come in 3 different sizes, 2 cup, 1 cup, and then petite, which is a little baby cup. So cute, perfect for measuring little amounts of oil and mayonnaise and honey and things like that. So, all right, so we're gonna mix these together, actually with a whisk. I actually have a whisk here, okay? So we'll whisk this together. We're not adding any oil or any water or anything like that in here. Okay. Get this started. I like to use the whisk to start it off because I like to use the whisk to start it off because it breaks that egg up really nicely. Now we have a little tool, it's dirty, I used it earlier today, that you can use to clean off the batter. Here's the thing I love about this whisk is it's weighted handle, and then the tines are all kind of graduated. It's stainless though, and so it doesn't get, it doesn't rust when you stick it in your dishwasher, which is nice. And I know, as I've had a Pampered Chef whisk for 21 years, but I remember before I started selling Pampered Chef, I had this little whisk with the handle about the size of a pencil. And I'm not really sure how I was able to cook anything with that. It's so hard to hold on to. So, all right, so I've got this mixed together. I used my my mixing scraper to mix that together. All right, and the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in our rock crock. So the rock crock we're using today is the everyday pan, okay? This will also, of course, work in the other pan, the Dutch oven, but we're gonna use the everyday pan today, and we're just gonna, let me make sure I don't have to spray it. Tried real hard to memorize the thing, but I want to make sure. Nope, don't have to spray it. Okay, so seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? Like when you put a cake in a pan, don't you think you have to spray it? So I'm going to tell you while this is cooking, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our rock crock. I have 2 rock crocks out here because I can tell you about them. I love our rock crocks. We use them all the time at my house. Okay, so we're just going to spread this around. It kind of looks like pudding. And that's the sour cream. The sour cream makes it so moist, okay, without the oil, okay? So, want to make sure we get as much of this as possible, right? I would never do that at a show, okay? So we're going to microwave for 4 minutes at a show at somebody else's house. Covered. So the lid is glass, 4 minutes. So I have 4 minutes to tell you guys about this, okay? Rock crock. So, rock crock. It is made out of clay. It's our stoneware. It's made out of clay, it's made out of stoneware, and it has this high-tech coating on the outside, which makes it heat resistant. So, it's heat resistant on the grill. So you can go and put, you know, your rock crock, you can put chili, or you can put corn, or you can put whatever on the grill. You can put this one, and we have this one, we have a little square one. I do, for my little rock crock, I use it all the time for asparagus, or, you know, if you're gonna do some onions and mushrooms or something like that out on the grill. I use it all the time for that. Something that might fall between the grill. You can actually put this on the grill and cook eggs on it, okay? Super, super versatile. So, so this is the rock crock. So this rock crock, the rock crock grill stone, if you have a green egg, you know, one of those big steamer thing or smoker things, you know, grills, you can put this on the big green egg because it can withstand that kind of heat. It can go in the broiler, which we're going to use in a minute, okay? You can go in the microwave, you can go on top of the stove. We even have a slow cooker stand that you could take the pots and put them in, and then now it's a slow cooker. So on Tuesdays, when I go to the farmer's market and it's Taco Tuesday, I do my pork loin or my flank steak or my chicken, and I cook it in there in the afternoon before I leave so that it's ready for dinner that night. So the rock crock's super, super versatile. So this rock crock is $139. This one is $80, okay? So that's a good buy, especially if you're looking for something to help support the organization that is. But I will tell you this, I would be sad if I didn't, I would feel bad if I didn't tell you this. You can get this set for $80 next month when you host. So that's one of the benefits to that as well. So anyway, all right, hello from Crestview. Hi, Kim, thanks for joining us. All right, so let's see, we've got 1.5 minutes left on that. We're gonna go ahead and break up we just needed 3 graham crackers, and so I'm just gonna kind of break them up. Sometimes I would do this at a show in the manual food processor, but I'm not going to because we put onions and cucumbers in the manual food processor. Plus, I like it kind of chunky, so we're just gonna break it up. You can use a spoon to break it up if you want to, but like I said, I just kind of like it kind of chunky, okay? You could use whatever kind of graham crackers you want. I just use the cheap Walmart brand graham crackers, 3 of them. We also have 3 candy bars like this. Hershey candy bars. The lady at the Walmart thought that I was gonna go roast marshmallows tonight. I was like, girl, it's too hot outside to go roast anything. I mean, you just roast yourself when you go outside. So I said, no way, I'm making a cake. So I texted her the link to watch tonight. But this right here is a Hershey's bar. Comes 6 to a pack. So we just did 3. I just broke apart 3 of them. We're gonna melt to put on the top. So we'll do that after this is done. So let's see what else. But that, you know what? I can tell you about our cookware while we're sitting here because our cookware is pretty amazing. Oh, and I left one other thing I can do. I left it out. I didn't do it. We'll go ahead and do it. I was supposed to slice the cucumber in half. I didn't do that. I was supposed to slice the cucumber. So we got 1 minute. I'll just wait and do this. So the cucumber, we're gonna slice it to be dippers, okay? And I'll show you the simple slicer. So, sorry, it was on my list and I didn't do it, so. Anyway, so this is a simple slicer. It has 3 different settings on it. We're just gonna slice. Super easy. You can slice potatoes. You can slice, oh, that didn't go down all the way. Why didn't that go down all the way? There we go. Now that went down all the way. Okay, so now we're gonna do the second one. And that's done. We'll put those in the cool and serve tray, okay? So whenever if you get something stuck, always pull from the bottom so you're not gonna be in danger of slicing yourself. But you can do 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna lock it for safety, okay? Slide this on, this goes in the dishwasher for easy cleaning, okay? So if I was gonna have a veggie tray, let's say I was going to an event, and I have a veggie tray, I could just put these in the tray, put some, you can put some carrots on the other side, maybe some radishes in the middle, some sliced radishes in the middle. You have a nice little dipper tray right there, okay? And then these can be dip there. This is another one of those trays where you can, have a cool and serve tray. You can freeze this bottom part, keeps everything cold, okay? One of the things I love about it is that when you're serving it, you put the lid on the bottom and then you don't lose your lid. Have you ever been to a potluck and you're like searching for your lid? Yep, I have many times. So, all right, so that is that right there. All right, this is done. So we'll get this out of the way. Now, once you put the rock in the oven, it is hot. So, we use our gloves to pull it out. Take this, put it over here. Okay, and it's spongy, pushes back a little bit, 4 minutes. Man, if you were like kneading some cake really fast, you could do this, so easy. We need about 10 ounces of marshmallows, about 2/3 of this bag. Basically enough to cover the top. Okay, and we're gonna stick it under the broiler for 30 seconds to a minute. So I turn the broiler on. You can use mini marshmallows for this also. Okay? I like to make sure we got all the marshmallows we can handle in there. All right. So now, I'm gonna use my oven mitts. We sell these, of course. Stick it in here. 30 seconds to a minute, which is perfect because that's how long I'm gonna microwave this. 30 seconds, okay? Then we'll stir it, make sure it's good. 30 seconds, we'll check on the thing. We don't want our cake to catch on fire. That's never good, okay? All right, does anybody have any questions about anything? Okay, so you guys can throw out your questions, but that's pretty much it. Okay, we're gonna drizzle our stuff on the top. We're gonna put the things on the top, and that's it. You guys, we made a dip and a dessert that would be perfect for taking to a potluck in like 20 minutes. Okay, now I will tell you, chocolate does not lose its shape when it melts, so you definitely want to check on it, move it around after it's melting. Okay, these are starting, but they're not ready yet. So that's why you don't want to microwave your chocolate for too long. 20, 30-second increments is all, because you don't want to burn your chocolate. But if you just look at it, it might be totally melted and you had no idea. okay? So, yeah, this is probably good. And just stir this really quick. Let it sit. Oh, it might need to melt just a little bit more. I think it needs that extra 10 seconds. This is perfect. Just starting to smoke a little bit. These are gorgeous. This is the way I like my marshmallows. Don't know about you guys. All right. So now we take this and sprinkle it all over the top, coating it all over the top. Now it's funny because sometimes at my shows, they'll do extra graham crackers or extra chocolate, which you could totally do that. Okay, you could chop up your graham crackers a little bit more if you wanted to. All right, we're just gonna stir this up really good. We wanna get those lumps out of there. And this is a silicone bowl, silicone prep bowl. Comes in 3 sizes, 1 cup, 2 cup, and 4 cup. And then we're just gonna drizzle over the top. It's perfect for melting chocolate. I love to use it for melting chocolate on the top of a cake like this, or you know, if you're gonna drizzle it on something else. Okay. We also have a chocolate drizzler. But look at that. Boom. Perfect dessert for you to take to an event. What do you guys think? Beautiful, huh? I have to take a picture of it before I cut into it. So my son heard that I was making s'mores cake and already has invited friends over tomorrow to eat it. So it tastes best when it's fresh out of the oven. So I do have a spoon here if I could get into it, but I'm definitely gonna take a picture before I cut it up, okay? It's perfect, ready to go, perfect to take to a get together. So as you can see, super easy recipes. I'll post a couple of dips tomorrow on the event. I'll post these recipes, the links to these recipes, and then I'll post a couple of dips tomorrow. Other desserts that you can take that are easy microwave cake desserts. And they taste so, so good. So just wanted to remind you guys, I am gonna change the, let me back up a little bit. I have a whole list of things that I wanna talk about. So host benefits. If you decide you do wanna host a party, then you can get with me, choose your date. I have some special bonus dates right here. We can do a live online party, or we can do a in-person party. Most everybody's probably local. If you're local, I can come and do an in-person party. The next 3 dates I have open though are July 1st, July 3rd, and July 8th. So if you want to do a virtual party like this, you want to do a posting virtual party, or if you want to do a an in-person party, those are bonus dates. So that means inside of here, there's regular host packet with all your goodies and a little gift. Everybody has a little gift in here, but there's a bonus, okay? This tells you what your bonus is if you pick one of these dates. I do have other dates available. If you need to wait, go a little bit later in the month or even into August, you just won't get that bonus. Because you'll still get a box, you just won't get that bonus, okay? So, so that's the first thing. When you host in July, you get, we have all our grill tools on special. We also have another bonus when you host your party before the 12th. You get our s'more sticks for free. And the s'more sticks, they are retractable. Let me get the little, I should have got this ready. Sorry, you guys. So they come with 2 different sets of 4 sticks, okay? 2 different sets of ends. This is the s'more end. So it's really long, so you could get far, especially if you have littles, you know, they don't have to be right next to the fire. So they can do hot dogs, or they can do marshmallows. But we also have, this is really fun, a different tip you can put on there, and that is for fondue. So then if you just want your stick to be kind of small, you can dip it right into fondue and have a little fondue party at your house. These are free for anybody who hosts a show and turns it in and submits it by July 15th. So that's a little extra bonus free in addition to what's listed in here. So I have also, let's see, that's July 8th. I also have the 10th and the 12th open, the 10th, 11th, and 12th open if you want to take advantage of those. Right there, the 15th is on a Monday. You'd need to close that night if you chose that day, okay? So that is a little bit about host benefits. We do have host specials for August and new catalog in September. So if you do decide to want to host, just let me know when you're thinking. Now, I promised you guys I would tell you the rest of my story. So I got started with Pampered Chef because I wanted everything. And I have everything, which is kind of nice. And throughout the years, I've been able to pay for all kinds of things like gymnastics for my kids and travel soccer. And when we lived in Germany, the kids wanted to go on all these trips. And so I was able, with school, I was able to pay for all that stuff. I never had to worry about anything. But the kicker is when my kids went off to college. So I have 3 kids that have graduated from college. One's getting ready to graduate in August. We just kind of count her as having graduated. But 3 kids that made it through school with 0 debt. And that was thanks to my business, my income. And that's probably the biggest accomplishment that I've made in my career. So I'm kind of excited about that. But I tell you that not to brag, but to tell you that if you have a financial goal, whether it's to pay off debt or whether it's to save money for your retirement, or save money for your kids' college, or save money for a down payment for a house, or maybe you need to make a car payment. I don't know, whatever it is. You know, maybe you just, most people have a little more month at the end of their money, and so if that's you, this is something that can really make a difference. And we have so many different opportunities. Like you can be a virtual consultant, you can be an in-person consultant, where you go do in-person shows. I mean, there's so many things all the way in between that you can do. You can do a mixture. So that's a little bit about that. So if you have any questions, make sure you let me know. You can send me a private message. You can comment right here on the thread. Be happy to answer any questions. But I will tell you, the number one question is, how much does it cost to get started? We have 3 choices. So you can get a $109 kit, a $149 kit, or $249 kit. And they have varying amounts of products, okay? Totally enough to do shows, paperwork, cool apron, bag, all that good stuff. Also 90 days of your website is included in that as well. So it gives you a really good opportunity to try it out and see if you like it. It's kind of like going on a date. You can go on like 5 or 6 dates, see if you like it, okay? But if you want some more information, let me know. If you host a party, you can actually get a discount on the kit. You can get in for as little as $59, okay? So it's a really great deal if you want to give it a try. All right, so that's just a little bit about my story, where I am with the Pampered Chef. I love what I do. I love getting ready to travel. We get to travel for free. We're working on a trip to Disney this year. So if you want to go to Disney for free for 4 people, it can be done. So, all right, so guest special. Oh, I almost forgot. I want to tell you guys about the guest special. Every month we have products that we put on special for our guests. And so when you spend $75, you get to pick one of these 2 peelers. So the first peeler is this one right here. This is our veggie peeler. It's stainless steel. You can peel, like if you're gonna peel a carrot, you can peel this way forward, or let's say you're gonna peel an apple, you can peel this way backwards, okay? You can peel left-handed, forward or backward as well. It's right-handed or left-handed, and it goes in the dishwasher for easy cleaning. Our founder, Doris Christopher, is actually left-handed. I just found this out. I'm not sure how I missed that, but so a lot of our products are designed to be right and left-handed, okay? So this one right here is the serrated peeler. So you may already have the veggie peeler, and you're like, what else can I get? Serrated peeler. This is fantastic for doing things like butternut squash, things that have really thick skins, peaches, mangoes, stuff like that that has a really thick skin. Get it on there and get that off really easy, okay? And so its design is a little bit different, so you have a little more leverage, a little more pull on there. And again, you can go forward with this one as well, forward and backward, and it's stainless, it won't rust in your dishwasher. So those are free with your $75 order. All right. That's pretty much it. That's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for stopping in. I'm going to change the header above my head, add the shopping link and all the details. I'll add the order by date, and I'll add those hot dates that I got over here for your bonus prizes. I'll add all that stuff in there. I'll add some other things to the event specials. I'll add the little flyers to that, and tomorrow I'll add the recipes. But last thing is I want you to stay tuned, because at 9 o'clock the door prize link is going to drop, okay? The door prize link will post at 9 p.m. You, because you watch this, can fill that out and enter to win a prize, okay? So go ahead and do that. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you learned a lot. I hope I answered any questions that you had. I look forward to seeing you guys online. You can go ahead and like my page if you like to see videos like this. Be happy to share that with you. And don't forget to share this with friends, because the more people that see this, the more people that place their order, the more people that we're gonna help the Gulf Coast Foster Bridge. All right? Thanks you guys, and have a fantastic night.